All right. Hey, everyone. It is Monday, January 7th. Happy New Year to everybody. My name is Dee Corchin. So excited to be back. It's been over 2 weeks since we were together. So good to regroup on a Monday night with you. And on Mondays, the first Monday of the month, we like to do our celebration call to recognize rank ups from the prior month. And December, people talk about December being a quiet month, but not for our team. Things are happening. So we had, I think, 16 people who reached new ranks, and we're going to recognize 12 of them on tonight's call. Because there's so many and we have a time limitation, we recognize anyone who reached as a new coach, who reaches senior coach, or the rank that they came in with at the end of the month, if that's the first month that they reached a rank up. And then we reach, the next time you'll be recognized is when you reach executive director, and then on your subsequent ranks after that. So we're just gonna start right away, and I'm gonna turn it over to Meg Johnson, who has several on her team.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. We are excited tonight. We are going to jump off here and celebrate Angie Ivy, who reached the rank of manager this month. So she skipped senior coach and she flew right on to manager. So y'all please use that chat feature and congratulate her. Angie is a busy working mom of two. And what I love about Angie is she naturally just loves people and has an incredible story with Optavia, and that heart for others just comes through to everybody. And I'm excited to hear you share, Angie. So will you take it away?
Yeah, so I'm super excited. I really had no idea. Meg just started texting me that I had moved up to manager already, and I was like, wow, that was so fast. So it kind of took me a little off guard. But yeah, I really enjoyed just helping, because a lot of the people that I'm helping are just really close friends or family members. And so it's really been a good heart thing for me to be able to help them through their first couple of months going through this healthy journey. I've had like few small little challenges, and Meg has been amazing to help me figure out some new ways to kind of program my life. But most of it is just systematic for me on being a working mom and having two little ones at home and just making time. So I think that's probably been my biggest challenge, is that at the beginning of this, when you're doing a health assessment with somebody, it takes those first initial phone calls take a long time. And so it's just been hard for me to figure out how to put that into our family schedule in my life. So I think that's probably been the biggest challenge for me. But it's all worked out. It's been great.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that and just the realness of the challenges. And it'll be fun to see how you figure that out. And we'll be celebrating you shortly, probably once you get to ED, which will be fun.
Hopefully. Yay. I want to get that cruise.
Yeah. You'll be on that cruise next year.
That's what I want.
Sure. Yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you, Angie, for sharing and being on tonight. Now we're moving to Courtney Colcord, who had a rank up on her team. Hey, Courtney, can you take it away?
Yeah. Well, I am so excited for my sister-in-law, Whitney. She is a coach and has been crushing it. She had awesome results. Her husband has awesome results. Really, our whole family has really taken off with Optavia. And then most recently, her mom has just absolutely crushed it and totally turned things around. And so through that, Whitney's gotten so much traction. But I would love to talk more, Whitney, who loves talking in front of people, hence you can only see her curtain right here. I would love for her to tell a little bit more how she just really started taking action after a pretty important conversation with everybody. Are you there, Whitney?
Hey, guys. So I had spoke with Courtney and Meg, and they were very encouraging, helping me along. And I think just seeing the results that my mom had and how much it changed her perspective on life and how she interacted with me and with my children. And then her friends saw that and saw not only did she have this outward change, but that it changed her inwardly. And of course, they all flocked to her. So when they were asking, what did you do? she was like, here, talk to my daughter. And so, of course, there are a bunch of her close friends, and I wanted to help them have some of the same results and be, happier with themselves.
Awesome. Yes. And I remember our conversation, Whitney, we were talking about kind of what could be fun to move your business forward and why you would love to do that. And do you remember if there was anything just like caught your attention to where you were like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to call the people. I'm going to do all the hard things. I'm going to press on. Is there anything that kind of sparked your fire for that?
Yes. So the thought of being able to pay for someone to come clean my house once a month, or paying to get my hair done, or both, or paying for babysitters to go out on a date night. All those things were very attractive.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for sharing, Whitney, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yay.
Awesome. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for sharing. And now we're moving on to Erin Bloodworth, who had a rank up in her team. Erin, will you take it away? And also just want to tell everybody we're celebrating that you had 3 months at executive director as of the end of the year. So congratulations there. Erin, will you introduce us to Sarah?
Can y'all hear me? I'm in the car. I just left a workout. Sarah, first of all, had amazing results with our program in general. She met her goal of 30 pounds in under 10 weeks, which is amazing. So she has just really taken on everything that Optavia has to offer. And this month was 2 clients shy of ED. So in basically less than 6 weeks of really, really working her business, she has gone all the way to director and only 2 clients shy of ED, which she has just blown it out of the water. So, Sarah, how did you do that? Can you just share with us where you were finding your clients and where you kind of got the confidence to go out and just tell people more about our program?
Sure. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
So to begin with, I reached out to my family and friends. Of course, people started noticing after I started losing significant weight, and they were asking what I was doing. And so I would just talk about the program. And I think that being open and vulnerable and just sharing my story, not only online, but just with everybody that, simply asked about it, kind of sparked interest. And I had a lot of people follow up with me like, hey, I'd really like more info on that. I initially signed up really just family members. It was my mom and dad, and then it was my aunt, and then my cousin, and then started being like my parents' friends. So my parents actually brought me quite a few clients just because they had so many people that they knew that wanted to lose weight and get healthy. And then it just kind of snowballed. It just kind of happened. I would working on posting more and working on the social media aspect of things, trying to get clients that way. But as far as the clients that I received in December, it was kind of surprising to me. I didn't really expect it to, just kind of word of mouth really is what made it possible. So.
Yeah, and you mentioned social media. Can you talk a little bit about how you kind of stepped out of your comfort zone and just started posting more? Where did you get your ideas from?
I use the transformation stories to share a lot. And, I've been active on social media for years, but I've never been really big on posting, especially about my personal life, until I had a daughter. And I'll post about her, but never anything else. I just kind of scroll the feed and see what everybody else has going on. So first of all, posting using the 3, 3, and 3 rule, and posting 3 times a day, I found to be very challenging. But I would also set an alarm on my phone being like, okay, time to post again, don't forget to do that because, your days get crazy and whatnot. So really just making it a priority instead of letting it get away from me.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks, y'all, for sharing. That is awesome. Love all those celebrations. Now we're going to move to Lauren Humans and her team. And we have a big thing to celebrate with Lauren, but we're going to do that in just a minute because she is just dying to celebrate all her people. So, Lauren, take it away.
Yes. Hey, everybody. So yeah, we have a few people to celebrate on our team tonight. Super proud of these amazing women. So I'm going to let Megan Reddick take it away and introduce Ashley to y'all. And then Ashley, you can share with us.
There we go. Okay. Hey guys. So Ashley is someone who started off as basically a stranger, but has very, very quickly become such a good friend. She is a photographer, a mom of two, and she is just like juggling so many things, but is seriously rocking not just this program, but also coaching. So I'm obsessed with her. Ashley, if you want to go ahead and she made senior coach this month. So Ashley, if you want to go ahead and talk about some of the things that, some of your wins and some of your struggles and stuff like that.
Sure. Can you guys hear me or see me?
Yeah.
We can see you and hear you.
Oh. A little for me, so I just wanted to make sure. That was so nice, Megan. You're so sweet. I hope my internet connection is bad. I just wanted to share that I really didn't join Optavia to do the coaching side of it. I just wanted to get healthier for myself. I told them right off the bat I wasn't going to do anything else with it. Of course, people saw, my results and kind of what it was doing for me, and then got, obviously piqued their interest as well. So that's been really interesting. I never, I didn't even know that I ranked up until Lauren said something. So I don't really know everything about it, but it's very easy if you have results to share those results with others. Because I don't look at it as I'm trying to sell them anything. It really is just, if you want help, this is what has worked for me. I hope my connection is good. That's all.
That was great. Thank you so much, Ashley.
Of course.
And she's just rocking it. She looks incredible. So it's been so fun to see your own journey too. And so next I want to introduce Myrna and Tyler. So they're coaching as a couple, which has been so cool to witness. Myrna started off the coaching, and Tyler hopped on quickly once he was doing the program and saw his own results and had all these dreams. They're just such big dreamers together. And it's so cool because y'all heard from Myrna last month. I believe she hit either manager or associate director or something, manager last month. And she called me right after, or texted me right after, and she was like, okay, next month I'm going to be ED. So I'm going to be sharing next month as ED. And she's done it. So, and I've just loved seeing them work together, seeing them dream together, seeing them support each other together. And they're just killing it, and they're just taking off. And she actually had her first senior coach this month too, and she has a couple coaches under her. So it's really cool to see her catch the vision of coaching coaches, even though she's a pretty new coach herself. And so anyway, Myrna, I'm going to let you take it away and share about you becoming ED this month. And then I'll let you take it away after that to share about, to introduce Nadia.
All right, perfect. So this is my husband, Tyler, for those of you who haven't met him yet, because this is his first call. And it's really been exciting, hitting ED. As Lauren said, we are kind of big dreamers. That's kind of how our relationship even started. We've always dreamt pretty big. But I would say reaching executive director has really just been a combination of really staying connected to the coaches. So staying connected to the coaches Out for Change page, staying connected to Lauren and Dee and Meg. And then really the biggest thing is knowing my why and staying connected to why I'm doing what I'm doing. So as a client, it was really big and important for me to know my why. I want to be healthier, and I want to make sure I change my life for my daughter, Mia. But now as a coach, I want to be able to have flexibility in my time for Mia, and I want to be able to work part-time so that I can have more time with her at home. And so knowing that why has really I think been a key part of my success because it's propelled me forward in that sense. And then just remembering that I'm loving people. This is about loving people, impacting their lives, sharing with them my life and what we're doing to change our habits and really make our family healthier. And so that's been a lot of fun. In terms of challenges, I think the biggest thing is time management. I work full time. I have an hour-long commute. I have an 8-month-old who has started cruising, and I'm constantly running after her. So those of you with kids know what that's like. And of course, I'm still married and got to invest in my marriage. And so busy life. And so just really learning to manage my time well with, posting. And when I go back to that why and I go back to the root of loving other people, it makes it so possible to, do what I've got to do in terms of the business, where being able to work the business, but not feel like it's this whole added stress on my life, because I'm really living my passion, being able to help, being able to coach. So in terms of a best tip, it's not just about ranking. I've kind of said it a million times. It's about loving other people. And so if we love other people and love them well, then we're going to change their lives. Whether or not they do Optavia, that's not the goal. The goal is really to impact lives. And them joining Optavia and working with us is just an added perk to that. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Nadia. She is actually the reason I became a coach. She was ready to join the program, and she wanted to start just changing her life and transforming her journey. And so she's like, all right, I'm ready for you to coach me. And I was like, but I'm not ready to coach you. But Lauren has been awesome, and here we are. She's a senior coach. So Nadia, go ahead and take it away.
All right. Well, hi, everybody. This is the first time that I get to speak with you guys. So hello. I've kind of I'm just really excited to be here and to be able to share with you guys. One of the things that I've thoroughly enjoyed is definitely seeing that we have so many connections to this program. It's just like Myrna said, I mean, she is my coach after all, loving other people, being there for them, knowing that we have this community that we can really reach out. I mean, there's been people on Facebook that I've just recently added just to ask questions and reach out hey, I have this client and I'm not exactly sure, but I hear that you're really good or you really know more about this area. I think Shauna, you're on here tonight. I know that I've reached out to you. So it's just amazing to see that we have a space where we can really get together. And, I think that's one of my tips is don't be afraid to reach out to other people. And I was shocked because I was like, but I don't know them. How am I just going to text or call or ask for help, And it was just really cool to see that I don't necessarily only have to or can reach out to my coach and my coach's coach, but also there's a plethora of other people on our team, and of course Dee and everybody who just has a lot of knowledge that can really help us. As far as challenges, I don't have children. I am a teacher, and honestly my biggest challenge, and I'm very, very, very active on social media, so I think my biggest challenge was finding people in my life that I could really reach out to and really help. I think that social media has been one of my what can I say, the strong area that I really post a lot, and I really have gotten quite a few of my clients through there, or at least some interest through there. But I think now it's more about me being more confident and being willing to speak up to other people. And I think that's something that I'm realizing is it's okay to share, just like a lot of you mentioned, if they ask, be like, oh, well, this is what I'm doing. And, sometimes I get a little nervous. I don't want to come across like I'm selling them something, which just like Myrna mentioned, that's not what it is. I'm really just trying to love you and share my heart and what has been working for me. But I love the program. I definitely didn't think I was going to become a coach either until I was like, whoa, this is really cool. And I like to be a cheerleader and I'm very peppy and happy and, whatever. So I was like, let's do this, let's encourage other people to do the same. So that's me right now. And I'm just excited to see what the future holds.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Nadia, for sharing that. That was such a thoughtful share. And thanks, Myrna. And man, it's exciting to see all these things happening, everybody sharing. It's really cool. We are now going to celebrate Lauren Humans. She hit the rank of Integrated National Director this month. So woo-woo! Let's celebrate her big. And if you don't know what that means, basically that means, in her words, she's just helping a lot of people, which I love that when she posted that. But she's got 3 executive directors and at least 5 senior coach teams. That's what that means when you're an Integrated National Director. And what I love about Lauren, I love lots of things because she's awesome, but she is a dreamer, and she doesn't just have dreams, but she takes massive action. And she also leads with her heart. And so that is apparent to everybody that reads her posts or talks to her. So Lauren, you are so well deserving of this and excited to celebrate. Will you take it away?
Yes, thank you, Meg. I've got a little teary. So, as far as specific actions and mindset that have led to success, I think having a great quality health assessment is huge, because that's the starting point. That's when people are going to get to know you. That's when you're going to connect with them. And I think just making yourself relatable, connecting with their story, and sharing their why specifically you think Optavia would be a great fit for them. And then not being afraid to talk about coaching, even in that first phone call. I think, initiating that conversation of coaching early and consistently is huge. And I think just dreaming. I love dreaming big. I love setting goals. I love using my map. I think that's so important, to use your map every month and to be, to really think through specific actions that can get you to where you want to be. And then I think too, just instilling that dreaming mentality in with my coaches and helping them to catch the vision of what's possible for them. And then they get to pass that on too, which we've gotten to see tonight, which has been so cool to see that. As far as challenges, I think obviously we all face challenges. I think specifically, I feel like it's been hard to see when I'm dreaming big for other people and they're just not ready yet. So whether that's either a coach that maybe isn't ready to fully give themselves 100% in coaching, or whether that's a client that isn't ready to fully invest. I think just remembering that it just means that it's not yet, that they, that it's not my fault if it doesn't work out for them, but just still dreaming for them and still keeping in touch with them and still following up with them has been, something I've learned. And then as far as best tip, I think there's a few things that really came to mind. One is really being consistent on social media. So I feel like social media has been a big platform for me and a way I've been able to get a lot of my clients, and, just staying consistent on there and really making it something from my heart when I share on there, and not just share something to share something, but really what am I feeling today? Like, what do I want to get across, and who do I want to target with what I'm posting? And then plugging into my mentors. So Dee and Meg have been huge for me, just to really plug in with them and stay connected, and having them really dream for me, and having them help me to see what the vision of what's possible. And then 2, just getting integrated in with our team calls, convention, going to events, going to when we have events in Atlanta, just really investing yourself, because when you are surrounding yourself with this community, it's just going to really help you to continue to catch the vision and continue to stay motivated and positive. So I just appreciate my team so much too. I have an incredible team of coaches, so it's been so fun to work together. I think.
Thank you for sharing that, Lauren. And Dee, we are passing the ball to you.
That's right. We're moving quickly. I just want to pause just for a second to recognize, Lauren, when did you actually start coaching?
I started coaching the end of April.
So April 2017. So Lauren has really captured the vision of, 2018. That she really captured the vision of what Optavia was about when she attended convention. So your coach will talk to you about convention, and I would definitely recommend that you consider attending. And Lauren, thank you for just modeling and setting the example for our team of what's possible. It's together that we just create this energy and momentum, and what you're doing with your team is elevating everybody and showing. So thank you for modeling that for all of us. And we're going to move on. We got several other people to recognized tonight. And the one thing I want to point out is that, I put a post about this today following on something Julie Apple had posted, but we are here for the long game. I mean, we're very happy for people that move up quickly, but everybody's pace is different in this business. And I am a prime example of that. So I always want the message to be that this business will grow as it's designed to for you and what your energy is and where you are and how it's supposed to be. And so everybody's pace is different. And the one thing that can probably trip us up the most is when we look left or right and look at what's going on around us and think possibly something is wrong with us. And it's not. I mean, it's a time to work with your mentor, but just realize everybody's timing is different. I really am just so excited to introduce Beth Bilton. I've had the honor with working with Beth for a while, and she has just grown tremendously in so many areas. I remember the first couple times we talked, I don't think you could even want to just post on social media. And now she does networking events and presentations and all sorts of stuff. So it was with great excitement to watch Beth rise to executive director in December. And Beth wanted to give you a few minutes to chat.
Thank you, Dee. We didn't rehearse it, but everything you just said was what I was going to say. My number one tip for me is get out of your own head and don't compare yourself to anybody. I kind of been in the slow lane and the right-hand lane, and there's people in the far left lane going a lot faster than me, and that's okay. Because like you said, it's my journey. We get there when we get there. And you don't want to dwell on that because it will lead to disappointment and frustration. But if that happens to you, reach out to your coach, your mentorship team, because they were awesome. Dee and Susan did that for me several times, and it's very tremendously helpful for me. And same thing that Lauren said, offer coaching, because I think the majority of the people on here pretty much said no. Right, Meg? I said no several times myself. So bring it up often, and then you'll never know. Something will change for that person, and then the time will be right. And also be consistent with your business. Work it every day. Try to do the 3-3-3 if you can. Post on social media. I was on track for, executive director for December. I had a client call me 3 days before the end of the month and say, I can't place my order. And I was like, okay, and I was counting on it. But anyway, so I called Dee and she's like, you have 3 days. You can get a new client. That's so exciting. I'm like, yes, I can. So, and lo and behold, somebody called me and reached out and said, I've been watching you for the longest time. She's never commented on anything I ever posted. And she's like, I'm ready now, and signed her up, and that was it. So you never know who's watching. Keep planting your seeds, be consistent, and just go at your own pace.
So. That was perfect. Perfect wisdom to share. And you're right. You never know who's watching. It's that consistency. And what I love when somebody's growing their business and when you're active, you guys, you just never know. As long as you're in motion, clients come, they come. And so when Beth was like, oh no, 3 days before, I was like, if you keep going, there's somebody out there that wants what you have to offer. So there they were. And so Beth, you had excitement because you added a new coach who ranked up.
Yes. So excited to introduce Lonnie tonight. Lonnie was a referral from a friend of mine. She lives in New York, and I'm here in Georgia. So I can't wait to convention. She signed up for convention already. I can't wait to meet her in person. So that's going to be wonderful. So Lonnie was a fantastic client. She embraced all the habits of health. Just really got into it, and she's done great on her own journey. She had some challenges, like I was mentioning. I'd offered her coaching and she wasn't ready. And then some things came up, and then all of a sudden she was ready. She hit the ground running. She signed up 6 clients, I think, during the December dash. So she did that and her cab, and she's just been doing great. She asks wonderful questions. She always says, I'm so sorry for asking all these questions, and I don't mind at all. That's what I'm here for. And so take it away, Lonnie.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
Okay. I'm so glad to be on here tonight. Beth, when she at first asked me, like she said, about coaching, I'm like, I didn't have very good feel good about myself and didn't feel like I was capable of it. But then something happened in my life that really kind of got me off the couch and got me really wanting to do this. And I'm so glad I did. It's really made a change. It's really reinforced what I've already been doing. I started the program in February, and I lost the 50 pounds and still working on some more. But then December 10th decided to sign up as a coach, and I'm so glad. Putting up my before and after picture really got the ball rolling for me. As soon as my friends and people on Facebook saw the change, they immediately, I started getting responses, and that really got me excited and get me going. So that was really big for me. One thing I've done too that has helped me is I set up a message board on the Facebook Messenger for my clients, and we can kind of keep connected as a group. They can send me personal private messages when they need something, but as a group, they put on there their successes and their challenges or things they've done different with fuelings and or what fuelings they like really. And it's just been made us really a combined group, and it's been fun to do that. This Saturday, I'm also setting up a meet and greet where I've got some of my clients that are in the local area, and we're meeting together for a luncheon. And if they bring a friend and get somebody signed up, they'll get a wellness credit for that. But it's just going to be fun to try to start the month of January off with a fun meet and greet with everybody. So I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to the convention coming up in July.
Thank you so much, Lonnie. I love the idea about the messenger board. So I think that's really cool. I haven't ever heard of that before. So I love that you're doing that, and your event on Saturday. That's wonderful. I didn't even know about that. So good for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's terrific, Lonnie. I mean, way to really show us how even as a brand new coach and you don't have other coaches around you, you're up in New York, you're building that community yourself, that you are, having a luncheon, doing a little, doing Facebook Messenger, whatever you're doing, you're building community. And that's what I think people in this, in this world, that's what they're striving. That's what people need. That's what people are craving is community. So thank you for doing that. It's going to be exciting to see what happens with that. So I'm going to turn it, Julie Apple, you had a new manager on your team who bypassed senior coach.
Yeah. Melissa, I think is on by phone, so we might have to unmute her, but she's the 770 number D. I think 402.
Okay.
So
yep.
Awesome. Melissa is one of my really good friends, and her family lives in Atlanta. And so I got to visit her in Hawaii. So if you guys saw lots of my pictures, that's who I was out there staying with. So it was awesome because we got to do a lot of Optavia coaching together. And I was sitting in her living room showing her how to do the map and teaching her all kinds of fun tools in person, which was really neat. And so when I got home, we stayed in close contact, and she just kept flying past senior coach. And then I was like, girl, you're only like one client away from hitting manager. And she's like, really? So it was just neat to watch her just grow so quick. And so she also got certified the last day of the month. So she's done awesome. So Melissa, if you want to share, we would love to hear your tips and what's been great for you.
Sure. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Hey. So I've been listening to some of these. I had to call in late because it's the middle of the workday here. But yeah, I do work full time. But one of the things for me, my pace has been pretty slow and steady, but Julie's been very patient with me. But it's really taken off. And I think a lot of it, what's been difficult for me is I'm not a social media sharer. And so Julie's been really encouraging me. But as I do that, I am getting more clients. And I've signed up 2 this week, and I have a call tonight with 1. So planting these seeds, I've realized that is really the formula that I need to move forward with. So it's been super helpful, especially having her out here, because I just panic when I post on social media, and I'm getting a little bit better at it. But I just believe in the whole Optavia program. So I think I've been able to really bring on new people. And I've got family members joining, but I know it works and it's worked for them. And I love seeing results, even like with friends, family members, everyone that's dropping weight. It's so great to hear. So it's like very motivating to continue to share and bring on new clients.
That's awesome, Melissa. Yeah, and her mom is probably the next client. She's a diabetic, so we're excited for her whole family member. All of her family is transforming together, so it's really neat. Thanks, Melissa.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
All right, it's pretty cool. We've been having people from all over, all the way from Hawaii. And what's really fun is that the great thing about this business is the flexibility it can ultimately provide for us, and where we can ultimately do it from anywhere when we want, and so a great example is Julie Apple spent a huge amount of time in Hawaii for the month of December, was able to run her business there, and not only just ran her business from Hawaii, but actually grew her business while in Hawaii. And so I have worked with Julie for several years. Julie is a prime example of somebody who said no to coaching numerous times, and we just stayed in connection. And so stay connected to people that when your intuition says they need Optavia, stay with them. And Julie, I know we've run over time, but I want you to take your time, and if you would just share with us a little bit about your journey with Optavia. Julie is now a fully integrated business coach in FIBC, and what that means is that she runs a frontline volume of 6,000 or way higher in Julie's case, beyond double that, and she has 5 senior coaches or above on her team, and she's a certified coach. So Julie, will you share a little bit about this journey with us?
Yeah. First of all, I just have to thank Larry and Dee, because they definitely stayed in touch with me for like 4 years before I was ready. So if you guys have somebody on your heart, I'm going to echo that, stay in touch with them. And so I think for me, so you guys can kind of get a little bit background story. I came as a trainer, and I wanted the program for my clients. And so I just immediately had tons of clients and grew my frontline volume, and I loved it for clients, but I really was not open to the coaching of coaches. And so I said no to coaching for a little while as well, coaching coaches. And it wasn't until actually probably this past summer in July that I actually made a decision, and I decided I was going to invest in people. And I looked back at some emails that I had written as reminders to myself of those decisions. And it was last summer that I committed to actually investing in people and just loving them, and not just focusing on the transformation physically, but helping them in the big picture with everything: financial, heart issues. I mean, the struggles we have emotionally, just much more than the body transformation. And so from there, I was very intentional, which you guys will hear shortly. My word for this year is intentional, because I saw what happened as I became much more intentional about my business and pouring into people and helping coaches, and watching others like in Charlotte that now have just a greater purpose, and they're loving what they're doing as coaches. And that just gets me excited, which for a while I told Dee, I'm like, I don't want to do that stuff. Like, I don't care about that. But I really do. And it's awesome to watch coaches just grow. And like Melissa, you guys just heard, like, see her life transform, and her financial world change, like, that's awesome. So I have a couple things I wrote down really quick, just that for new coaches, I just encourage you guys to stay consistent in social media, in everything that you're doing day to day. Even if it's just one time a day on social media, just commit to one time a day. It doesn't have to be 3-3-3, but if you want to grow really quick, listen to your mentors and do that. If you want to grow your business a little bit, stay on social media and just keep posting once a day. But you can control that pace. So that's what's really neat about our business, is it's whatever you want from it. So stay consistent, and then just stay connected to the team, stay connected to your mentors. One of the other big things that helped me last year is Dee encouraged me to work with Paul and Dave Blanchard, and that was probably the biggest gift personally and for my business, and just working with an outside coach. So if that opportunity arises for you, I definitely encourage you to do something to invest in yourself and your personal development. That probably made one of the biggest differences this past year as well. So I think that's probably the biggest things that have changed in the past 6 months, I would say, and completely changed my whole business once I made that decision. So.
Thank you, Julie. It's just been it's really fun on my end to watch this transformation in you and your shift. You know, and like you said, it's all on your time. Like everybody, you can do as much or as little with this business as you want. But when you decided it was your time, how you've stepped into that and the growth that we've been able to experience and the love that just pours out of you now. So thanks for taking the time to share that with us. One last thing I wanted to share, guys. Usually, I don't want to say always, but the company usually has an incentive trip that they announce at convention that that there are some pretty steep qualifications that you can get a paid for trip from Optavia if you meet the qualifications. So we had a lot of people who were in the running. A lot of people came super close, but for the first time ever, we've got a total of 6 people, and it's going to actually be 6 couples that get to go on this trip, which is a week-long, 7-day cruise on Royal Caribbean in March. And so those individuals are Meg Johnson, Lauren Yeomans, Debbie Pasco, Carol Telesalo, Pat Daniel, and Lisa Bloom, and then Larry and myself. So we're very excited about that, and they'll announce the new one. Hopefully, I don't know anything about it, but hopefully we want everybody on board. No pun intended on the next one. So, and they're not always cruises. They're always different things. They always have something different. So in addition, in the month of December, you guys, we added 13 new coaches to our team in the month of December. So welcome to our new coaches. Things are already happening in the month of January. It's boom time in our business. So we know rank ups only happen when we lead with our heart and we help other people. So keep doing what you guys do so well. And thanks so much. We're honored to lead you guys. And we'll be back next week with our normal weekly training, and we'll give you the pre-training webinar to watch for that. We'll be releasing that in the next day or so. So thank you guys. Congratulations to everyone, even if you weren't recognized on this call and you ranked up, and you guys have a great rest of the night. Thanks.